Guys, okay, so the last 2 days you've been talking about percents and finding the missing part and finding the missing percent. And now we're going to do the last slide, which is where we find the missing whole, the total. So again, finding percents can be very helpful in everyday life. Okay? So this is something that you're going to do, you're going to use this a lot. In family. Okay, so this problem looks real similar to one we just saw. It says at Paulson, well, just the other day we just saw, at Paulson Middle School, 75% of the sixth grade class is making a B or higher. If there are 21 students making a B or higher, then how many students are in the class? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, what do we know? Well, we know that 75% of the students have a B or higher. And we also know that there are 21 students with a B. And then what do we need to know? We want to know the total students. So then the question is, are we looking for the part? We're looking for the whole. Well, since this is what we're trying to find, the total, that means we're looking for the whole. Okay? So what will my diagram look like? Well, remember, it's like two number lines. This is your 0%. This is your 100%. We don't know what's equal to 100%. That's what we're trying to find. And we know that 75%, remember I can just say this is 75 right here, is equivalent to 21 students. So now we have to figure out, how do we figure out 25? Okay, so there's a couple ways I can do this, but one of the ways is I see that this is 75%, so I know that this is going to be 50%, and I know that this is going to be 25%. And so I know, because this is broken up into 4 groups, I could take this 21 and divide it amongst the 3, and 21 divided by 3 gives me 7, which means 7 is 25%, and 14 is 50%, which makes 21 75%. And as you can see, we're going by a scale factor of double, right? We're multiplying by 2 each time from here, multiplying by 2, which means if I then went this way, I could multiply by 4, and I'm going to get my 28. And that would be 100. Because this would be 25 times 4, gets me to 100%. So the question was then, how many students were in the class? 28 students were in the class. And the question then asked, does that make sense? Well, yeah, why does it make sense? Because 28 is more than 100. I mean, more than the 21, right? But it's reasonable that 75% was 21 and just went up a little bit to give us our 28 students. Okay, so now we're going to practice just setting up a strip diagram. What does that look like? Okay. This first one says, the campus demographics include 480 female students. Remember, that word demographic just means like what's the makeup, right? So we have 480 females. That number represents 64% of the student body. So it wants to know now, how many students are enrolled? Well, using a strip diagram, I know that this is 0% and this is 100%. And I know I'm talking about females, and that 64% is 480. Well, if we know 50 is here, 64 is going to be a little bit here, right? It's more than half, but less than 100, right? So we know that that's going to be 480. So when I set up this proportion, the piece that I don't know is this one right here, the total, the one that's the same as 100%. So it tells us don't solve. It just does to set up the proportion. So there's our information, and that's how you would get going. What you can notice is that this kind of looks like a proportion, right? So now look at number 2. A 20% off sale is going on, making a pair of jeans $9.60 cheaper. What was the full price of the jeans? Go ahead and try and set this strip diagram up on your own. So pause the video and take a minute to set this up with the information that you know from the problem. Okay, does the proportion look like this one? Hopefully it does. What's the piece that I'm missing? Is my unknown, which is going to be the total, which is x. This is a very sloppy 100. And I know it says not to solve, but you can see real easy the scale factor here would be times 5, because 20 times 5 is 100. And then that means up here you would do the same thing, times 5, which would give you the full price. Okay, so when the x is over the 100, what you're trying to find is the full price, 100% of whatever the price was. So now we're going to skip to this next page, and this is a game. So the back page is a game, and you're going to play tic-tac-toe with somebody at the table. You're not going to get up and move around, but it's going to be playing tic-tac-toe with your friends. So you put your name here, so I can say, I'm going to play on this one, and Mr. Rivera is going to play on this one, and we're going to play tic-tac-toe. So I would try to solve a problem, and if I get it right, I get to put my X or my O, okay? You want to use these proportions. Notice this one has percent over 100 on the left side. It doesn't matter. You can do your proportions either of these ways. And they're so correct, you're still going to get the same answer. As if you set it up this way, or you set it up the way that I like to do mine. So I'm not going to solve these problems for you, but you're going to work again with your partners. You're going to play tic-tac-toe to see who can win. Ms. Smith will have the answer sheets at her table, so if you need to check your work, you can take it to her and make sure that you're on the right track. Okay?